YouTube! Welcome to more Tyler 1 Watch. I know, it's been kind of interesting watching these videos lately, but it's been super fun to watch his own progress and kind of commentate over it. So Tyler 1 right now is currently up in Platinum, which is really fascinating. So today I want to see how his gameplay has adapted, what he's currently doing, and go from there. So let's go ahead and hop into our first match. So it looks like he's facing off against Akuma. Akuma is one of these characters, man, that you'll see a lot of.
Are we playing some of these Akuma freaks?
Oh, actually, I don't know if you can hear him. I should turn this up a little bit. He just said, he just said, why are we playing so many Akuma freaks? Akuma is a very popular character that you're going to find out in Plat a lot of the time, and Diamond as well. He's very, very popular. He's been around Street Fighter for a long time. Him and Bison in particular are a menace, and they are pretty, I wouldn't say easy to win, but they do high damage and are very technical. Well, Bison's not. But they have a lot of like cool ways to fight, and they look awesome, so a lot of people play them. It's like Genji in Overwatch, you know, characters like that. Okay, so let's see how this gameplay is going. Already beautiful anti-airs, doing some great spacing here. Need to stay on top of those anti-airs, but I already love seeing the progress right away from him. Combo coming your way. Okay, so first things first, I didn't talk about Akuma last time, so just a quick tip here real quick. If you're ever dealing with an Akuma that is coming in and going for these kicks, one of the best things you can do is crouch. Crouch underneath this here. If you're in the corner and you're standing up, his follow-up is going to be able to hit you. When the first kick comes out, it'll hit you, and the second one will go over if you're crouching, and you can automatically interrupt them. So make sure against Akuma to always crouch. In fact, that's a good tip in Street Fighter 6, to always be crouching and blocking, because a lot of the combos that are in this game are going to be coming from your feet. Good corner pressure. I love how you're throwing out that kick for fishing. Oh, nice! He found the kick that lets you go forward. Good to see. I wonder if he uses it a lot in his matchups. I gotta say, man, there's been a lot of comments about people kind of like talking smack about Tyler 1, his gameplay, and how trash he is. And it's like, bro, what do you expect? It's his first week playing the game. I think he's doing such a great job. So far, looking much more confident, burning out early, but that's fine. If you get burnt out, you gotta be a bit careful and start backing up off of your opponent. Maybe try to throw some fireballs. Okay. Good tech throw there. Nice, finds a combo. Oh, doesn't quite have the ender though. Yeah, that's gonna be it there. That was close. He had a couple of fumbles. Just need to figure out your combos overall, clean up, maybe crouch a little bit more. Also, anti-air is really, really good against Akuma. He has an air fireball that you can cancel out with your DP, so make sure you're using that. Also, for those that are new that are watching, DP means Dragon Punch. Great combo here. Found his umper, goes up to level 2. Okay. Probably needs to get on top of your opponent a little bit quicker there. Ooh, went for the raw DI. Gotta be careful with those. He falls up into his own special. Big damage coming out.
I hate it so much.
Good news is,
It's so broken.
you're ahead in health here. Keep up the pressure. Ooh, he found the drive rush into run combo. Love that. Nice. Dude, I am so impressed.
It's broken because they've been playing for 50 years.
They're talking about classic versus modern. Here's another topic that I saw a lot of discussions about in my comments, classic versus modern. Honestly, I think if you're a new player, you should be playing modern. I play modern. I love modern. There's a lot of Japanese players that play at a high level with modern as well. The instant reactions are really nice, and the specials being available is really useful as well. The only payoff for those that are wondering that don't play Street Fighter, if you're playing classic, you have one more button, both on punches and kicks, over your modern counterpart. And specials and auto combos do less damage on modern. So there is a bit of a risk at playing modern. You do miss out on some things, but definitely some trade-offs as well. But I think the best part about modern is getting new players into play. Okay, here we go. Into the next match. Oh, no way! That guy quit out on him? Crazy! Let's go to the next match.
I don't think I got coached right away from Grubby even.
I think someone in his chat mentioned that he needs to get coaching. It's really hard. Because, like, yes, coaching is helpful. But, two, I totally relate to the experience of wanting to figure out what you want to do in a game before you get coached. Because you don't want to be like...
Min-maxing everything? Yep, it's the downfall of not only gaming, but society.
Yeah, I kind of agree, man. Like, I know I'm out here doing the VODs and whatnot. I'm just trying to, like, give out positive encouragement and teach for people that do want to get in the game and enjoy watching it through Tyler 1. But I really think a lot of people have missed out on like individual growth in gaming because a lot of people kind of net deck through games, you know? And I do kind of agree that like, kind of sucks that everyone just runs to somebody and has them tell them how to play, you know? You got to learn your own style, your own way to play. And that's kind of the cool things about fighters is although the character may have a moveset, you find a way to play it your way, right? And you have to force your opponent to play it. And then if they figure out how to beat you, you have to adjust. And you kind of keep building and building and building upon your playstyle. I kind of agree with TrikSlyr here, man. While coaching would be great, I think you want to spend your first 100 hours playing the game yourself. You know? Learn to love it before you hate it. As someone that plays League of Legends, you know, would know. Okay, well, so far, Big Tonga T up 1-0. Nice anti-air. Clean. Seems like this kid's a little bit on the terrifieds here. A couple of fireballs coming in. Okay. This is his own modern combo into a level 2. So TrikSlyr 1 has met his mirror matchup. Gotta block those feet, man. I would say the biggest thing that I'm seeing today is like he's standing tall too much. You know, he's got his chest out. If you want to move like this, perfectly fine. But here, let me show you how you should move. Yeah, so I really like how TrikSlyr 1 is approaching a lot of fights. He's kind of moving towards them, right, and dancing a lot, which is good. It's like similar to wave dashing and smash, things like that. The thing is about Street Fighter 6 is there's a lot of combos that are very easy to open up if you go for their feet, right? You can go something like this, just by hitting it down the bottom dash and going for a dash. There's a few characters that are like this, like Cammy has this, Van Yeep has this, I believe Ryu has it. There's a lot of characters that legitimately, if they can get your feet on you, they're going to destroy you, right? They're able to hit this. And this is actually something that he can put in his own gameplay on Modern as well. I'm playing on Modern and Ken right now, and it's one thing I don't see him doing a lot. He's always doing with this combo, right? Which is a great combo by itself, but you can go for the foot by going for a crouch, and then do a crouch and kick, and then you can actually cancel that into a drive rush and go into your combo here. So it's a great way to open up. Just another tool for TrikSlyr 1 to use as well. Now, with that being said, with the way that he's moving, right, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, he's fully susceptible to that type of gameplay. So if you're going to be trying to dance around and wait for your opponent to pop up, don't be afraid to put a crouch in occasionally, right? Just don't be afraid to like step up and go like this, come on the way back, right? People are going to be looking and fishing in a cry and go for that. Now, do be aware, if you do crouch, you are susceptible to an overhead kick, but those are way harder to pull off in Street Fighter 6 than they are on the low crouches. So the moving back and forth here, just mix in a couple of downs if you can. Just a couple here and there, and you'll auto block. Okay, back into the game we go here. Big pressure coming in. Throw on throw action. I like that he's doing a couple punches into a DI, but just be careful with that. That is reactable by your opponent. Ooh, he has a low and kick there. I wish he would have followed that up into a dry rush. You should, real quick. Here, let me show you this. So when you're learning Street Fighter 6, you're trying to figure out when is it worth using it for a drive rush. And honestly, I kind of learned in the early game to start just drive rushing no matter what, right? Just step up and start doing this. Just literally hit your bottom A into right bumper every single time. Now, if your opponent is blocking, let's bring it is blocked, you can go for a throw, right? But you can watch out for the measures. So if you don't see them block, you can go for this. And whenever you go into a drive rush, there's a slight screen pause, which you can react to once you condition yourself. So once I see that my hit hits, I immediately go for a combo, right? Afterwards. Now, if I see them block, hang on, let me get them to block. I just go for a throw instead, because I saw them block on my screen time freeze, right? You can use that to your advantage, and you can go for a throw instead. So you'll take the 1200 damage every single time. So on Ken, one of the good tools that you can do when you're trying to learn and you're not quite sure when you're going to be able to go for a drive rush, just start working in. You have a lot of potential possible you can do with this. You'll get good reaction to what your opponent is doing. You'll go for throws. You have multiple combos you can go into, right? If you think that it's too good, you can go for a heavy punch and pull back, right? There are a lot of things that you can do to mix up on this engage, and that's why it's such a strong thing and why Ken is S tier, right? So, for just a quick recap, always go for the drive rush. You can respawn back based on what your opponent is doing, and you never know. Make Ken put their pants down, and eventually it will make them a lot more defensive too, which gives you more room for your offensive power. Back into the match we go. So far, Big Tonga T1 curling up 1-0 at the moment. Trying to secure this one out, but his opponent finds a nice combo on him. Down to low yellow health bar here. A couple of fireballs being thrown out. T1 trying to hold. He finds a hit. Ooh, that should have been an anti-air. Gotta have those ready. You're on Modern, man. If you're gonna play Modern, you gotta get those AIs in, man. Okay, that's an OD fireball. Ooh, he just burned himself out. That's not good. That means he can get chipped out. Oh, but his opponent messes up. Good movement by T1. Dancing back and forth. He went in and go for a kick, but he was able to whiff out on it, and then he went for his own punish. A rematch has been requested. Here we go. T1 Taking a breath.
Sorry, I'm busy.
Talking on Discord. Wow, the simultaneous fireball. Good anti-air. Nice, good in the throw. Keep going in there. Get in there. Get in there, bro. That heavy punch is so huge for catching people as they come up. I know you want to be respectful of the DP, but the opposing Ken has not done a dragon punch once this setup, right? Off of the ground, which means you need to start forcing him to do it. You want him to be using it as an option because you can try to bait him out later on. Nice engage. Would have loved a special hit on that. You can push him to the corner more. Like, Ken has very good carry to the side of the map, right? And what do I mean by that? Actually, let me show you real quick. So, a lot of stuff in Street Fighter is about trying to get your opponent into the corner as quickly as you can. And Ken is very, very, very good at sending people into the corner, right? He has this move that pushes them in right away, which you can do on Modern pretty easily. You go for a jab, jab, forward circle roll, straight to the left, right? I think you can do it, yeah, with a heavy attack. So, just to go over this input really quickly, and again, you can always see my inputs on the far left. This is a classic input, but you can do it on modern. A lot of people that like think about classic versus modern don't realize that you can put classic inputs in on modern, and you get full damage for them, and they can be useful. So Ken has a really good corner character, right? If you see them mess up where they go for a whiff, you can go for a jab, jab, and push them to the corner here. And even if they're blocking, you still get that movement. Now, you are going to be completely negative at the end of it. If you look here, I'm negative 12 frames, which means it's his turn. He'll be able to punch me with pretty much anything. I think the only thing he would miss out is a heavy. So, the light combo will go through. It pushes them a little bit, but not too far, right? A heavy combo, however, is not going to hit if they're holding block. But if they're not blocking, you could totally go for that combo and push them across the side. However, if they whiff, you can just straight up whiff out this kick, and that pushes them all the way across the map here and gets them in the corner. And that's where you want to be in a Ken-on-Ken matchup, or God, a Ken-on-anyone matchup, right? So if you see somebody whiff, or they have a DI, or you want to push across the map, you're good to go. I also do believe that this combo, the auto combo that T1's using a lot, has a lot of side push as well. The only issue is that he jumps the other side and pushes them at the corner, which you do have to be a little bit wary about, right? He has a lot of space sending. Look at that. Pretty nice. So make sure to send him over to the corner if you get the chance. All right, T1 gets a hard engage, gets a throw on the ground. Honestly, doing really well against this person. Seems like he understands the mirror matchup pretty well. Able to find some decent damage, and seems much more confident. And usually in a Ken matchup, or a Ken mirror, if your defense sucks, the better aggressive offensive players can be a lot better, right? Okay, gets answered back. Going for kicks here. Protect those feet, man! Protect those feet! Anti-air! I'm gonna be yelling anti-air a lot. I really believe in the power of anti-air. I think anti-air literally got me to diamond on most of my characters. There are so many people that jump randomly whenever there like is a form of neutral that happens. There's people with zero patience in this game. So if you have just a little bit of patience, you can go a long way. And like as MOBA players, I would like to argue that we have the most patience. We've set 40 minutes in a game with the most toxic teammates and still won some games here and there, right? All right, can he close it out? Ooh, the DI counter. Burned him out. He has a level 3 combo. Well, he only goes for the level 2 though. I don't think it's enough for a kill. Let's find out. Oh, it is level 3. He did go for level 3. Nice. Beautiful. Okay. So he gets him taken out. Tied up 1-1. Good news for T1 though is that he has level 3. Alright, so you see T1 playing a little bit more passive now. This is one thing that you have to be careful of when you're playing against an opponent in Street Fighter is like, don't let them play their game. Even if they get a win on you, your game plan needs to assess and make adaptations, obviously, but don't let them play their game. This guy is certainly getting in his head. Look at this. Tilt is the scariest thing in the world. In Street Fighter, we call it mental stack. You're trying to cover every option, and you can't cover every option. Oh my gosh, the double DI. Just throwing out buttons right now. Has a slight lead here. Okay, a couple fireballs. Got a perfect parry those if you can. That'd probably be my next thing to focus on. Like, the 2 tips I would have this video right now is work on your medium crouch. 3 tips. Work on medium crouch, work on your corner carry, and definitely work on perfect parries. When those fireballs coming out, man, you should be parrying them. Great combo. Takes him down. And Mr. T1 gets the wins today. Doing great. Honestly, a lot of progress. Small things to clean up, but I'm loving the aggression. Try not to tilt in the middle of a match. Seems like his head is somewhere right now. He's kind of focused. In fact, is that all the matches we got today? Oh no, it's all the matches we got today. Has he got anything else? Hang on here. Tyler won Vons. Oh, no way. He played at Marvel Rivals. That's my other favorite video game. I'm actually trying to be a caster in Marvel Rivals. So let me know in the comments below if you want to see Marvel Rivals. My analysis here for T1. I would love to check that out for him. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.